Welcome back. Still busy with this. So, as I said, I'm still busy with this. I said in the last video I was gonna just keep plodding on the background and get rid of some more of the underseal and that. So I've getting rid of a bit more. I got a little bit downhearted at one point, I'll be honest, because I had a lot of rust to cut out. I've chopped out quite a bit there of this bad repair here. Now what somebody done in the past, which probably would 3 out of 10 for effort, I'll be honest, because all they've done is just, it was all rotten under here, this plate here was all rotten. So all they've done is just welded a new plate over the top of it. Bit of a nightmare to chop it out, but it's out. We're going to repair it properly. We're going to replace the metal rather than just covering the metal. Because obviously if your rot's still in the back of it, your rot's just ultimately going to transfer through to the new part. So in a few years, give or take, it'll probably start rotting through again. Apart from anything else, if it's not done properly, it's not point in doing it. Black and white of it. So, as I've been grinding out the dead metal and the poor repairs and the rust and all the other horrible nasty stuff that's in there being put in over the years, I've decided rather than ripping the whole side apart and ending up with just masses of holes and horrible stuff, I'm just going to start and do a few repairs as I go along. I'll just keep stripping back as I need to. So all I'm going to do today is start and repair up this chassis leg here. As you can see, I've got a, there we are, got a hole here. I'm going to repair this bit here. I might stretch this repair through to do this, although that piece there is solid, so I don't know, I might maybe patch that piece and then deal with the rest of this separate. Fortunately I've got to come up here, and as you can see there's a couple of small little bullet holes just through rot. Obviously I'll get there repaired, so hopefully by the end of this video this whole chassis leg should be repaired in a good state to carry on. Touch wood. And there we go. First plate in, just another, yeah, probably 40 or 50 to go, but that's the first one in, which is a milestone, as anybody who does these sort of jobs knows. So happy with that. Tackle this one next, like, which comes down the sides. Still not sure how far up to go with this, but we'll see once I dig into it. So I've repaired this. I've welded up a few little pinholes I had up here, which isn't a problem. I'm quite happy that's solid. Obviously I've got a hole here and it's a bit questionable there, but I think I could probably weld them pieces up. This one here I'm going to deal with. But what I've literally been over an hour staring at this part and trying to work out how to do it best. Because obviously I've got this, I need to come up here and down and along here somehow, but I've also got underneath as well. So if it was a straightforward chassis leg, it wouldn't be a problem to repair, but I've got these little tracks you can see on the other side that I've got to form into it as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece big enough to wrap around there and come up the front, form this lip first, so I've got sort of a lip down the straight edge out, and then I'm going to bead roll, because the creases actually follow into here, into this part here. So I'm going to bead roll all that, or try to anyway, beat it into some sort of a usable shape. And then once I've got that, I'll heat it up along this edge, because obviously because it's bead rolled and dinted in, shaped, sorry, we'll call it, it's going to be harder to bend. So I'll probably heat it up there and there, bend it round so that it sits over the top of that quite nicely, and then hopefully I'll have enough left over I can trim off what I need at the back. I still haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna cut this edge and just spot it along there, or whether I'm gonna actually weld it up underneath there. I think probably spot it'll probably do a stronger job, because then I'll have a formed piece. It'll be welded here and welded here. Now this is the sort of thing that I had in mind. So I can chop it along there once it's formed, and obviously I'll chop all this old chassis leg out, but that there's fit the shape. So what I'll do now is, you can see under there where the shape of it is, I'll bead roll that into the part, mark this hole out. I might mark this hole out once I don't know, I've decided with this hole. Bead roll the shape of it into the part, and then see where we go from there. This metal is a bit thicker than what my bead roll I'll deal with, but 1 or 2 passes should be enough to get us through what I need. If you ignore the crude drawing, so I'm getting, if you imagine, it's supposed to be that way up, so I've drawn on the inside of it, but that there, what I've done is I've used the other side to cut out a template for the shape. Sorry, bad camera angle. I've used template for the other side to cut out the shape that I need, which I've transferred over to this. And then the little cutouts up here and here, I've just taken a measurement because they're just straight dimples in. So what I'll do is, if you imagine, and that there is obviously this hole, but what I'll do is I'll probably leave that until I've got it in, and then I can just drill a couple of holes and just use my die grinder just to open it out, because it's got the steel frame inside. So I'll just open it out up to the steel frame. So all I'll do is I'll bead roll that, hopefully into some sort of shape, and then it should just be a matter of bend, trim it up, trim it out, weld it in. Yeah, because it's going to be that easy.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. No. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up.
There we have it. There's the dent that I wanted. There's the crease that I wanted in it. If I offer this up, time I fold that over, hopefully I should get that. Reasonably happy with that. The only thing I couldn't get was down there. In hindsight, I probably should have flattened this out and just bead rolled down there. I might actually do that still, just to get the full effect of it, but I'll tell you what, I'm happy with that. As with all good plans, I've started chopping out the rotten bit of chassis leg. I'll be honest, it already feels a million times better, just even with a rot cut out. I've cut it out, but before I've got any further, there was a little crusty hole in there. So I've just sort of hacked away at it, I'll be honest. I've kind of knocked the spots out, but I've got this little piece to repair here before I even put the chassis leg in. However, looking at how it's constructed, this piece here is all part of the firewall. So this actually lays underneath the chassis leg here. Now, I'm in two minds whether to build this piece first and lay it underneath the new chassis that I'm doing here. The new piece of chassis and lay it underneath the piece of chassis like it's supposed to be doing, or do I do a repair like the other side where I weld the chassis in first. Hold on, yeah, try and get this right. Weld the chassis in first and then bring the plate down over the top of it and seal the gap in. Like that, there. See, so there's no gap there in the corner where there would normally be a gap. Now, I'm a bit unsure which way to do that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. I know I did promise you the whole chassis leg to be repaired by the time this video was done, but I feel that this video's gone on quite a while now. Also, as I said before, there I have actually finished off the two little stretches, so it now comes down the side, as it were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair this patch here, and then I'll make a decision on whether I'm going to fit this piece underneath the chassis leg, like I say, as it should be, or put it on top the same as the other side, and then I'll get the chassis welded in. So I'm trying to offer the plate up to it, then I can mark the corners, bend it over, and then once I've bent it over I can cut more out, because I'll have lines to follow down by then, be able to cut more out, and then I'll be able to mark the line where it bends again. Hopefully I'm looking to just bring it all the way down here and just cut this whole section of chassis out. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, by the time that's all done, hopefully that should be all the rust repaired on this chassis leg. So as I said, I'm going to end the video there today. I don't want the videos to drag on and on and on, you know, grinding, cutting, welding, grinding, cutting, welding. That's all I seem to be doing at the minute. So yeah, I'll just end the video there. I'll sort of plot on with this in the background. I'll get some more footage for the next video. If there's anything you've seen here again that you want us to go into a bit more detail with, now's the time to speak up, because obviously I've got a few more patches that are quite similar to do on the back, but obviously the nearer we get, the less chance I'm going to have of being able to go back over them. But yeah, thank you to all the new subscribers. Once again, motivation, 100%. I'm on full roll on this one now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.